Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh. And welcome back to the Operation Hill 100 Hearts channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot motherfucking topics. If you are here, you're tuned into the healing segment of my channel. Welcome all my new subbies. I love y'all. Thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. All my old subbies, I love and appreciate you guys as well. Please make sure all of you go hit the thumbs up and like this video. Stick around for the commentary to this Dear Deidre letter so you can leave your comments in the comment section and let's get it going. Dear Deidre, so 19 years ago, I met the love of my life. 16 years ago, I gave birth to our daughter. 7 years into loving and co-parenting with this man, I finally had to let him go. The consistent lying, cheating, and disrespect started to overwhelm me with stress. I love this man with everything in me. I gave him everything I possibly could physically and emotionally. I was tired. Shit, I was drained. The first 3 years of the breakup was rocky, but then we got on better terms. We both have had relationships since we broke up, but nothing serious until 2019 when my daughter told me, "Mom, I'm having a little brother." I didn't know how to feel. He eventually admitted to me that he was having a baby and he was actually in a relationship with the woman. I felt nothing at this point. Anyway, that was what it was. A year later, during the pandemic, I got serious with my on again, off again boo and gave birth to my beautiful second daughter in 2022. I love my last baby daddy, and for the most part, we've been cool. Last year, when my oldest daughter came back from spending the summer with her dad, she revealed that her dad moved into his own house and that he's not with her little brother's mother anymore. Since then, baby daddy number one has started a business, got himself a storefront, purchased a second home, and started taking better care of his health. This is all of the shit that I was trying to get him to do when we were together. Last week, we went to brunch to discuss our daughter's upcoming senior year, and we kissed. Deidre, I want baby daddy number one back. I don't know what I'm going to do or if he even wants me, but I want to explore where this could go. What do you think? What am I going to do about baby daddy number two? Please help. Sign, should I stop or spin the block? Ooh, child. Take a sip of my water. Ladies and gentlemen, FYI and PSA, I have 55 days clean and sober today. Woo woo! 60, almost meeting the quota for my 60-day class, which is my cleanse slash fast. Can't wait to talk about it. Anywho, okay, girl. Okay, should I stop or spin the block? Block spinning is becoming common. Block spinning is becoming common from what I could see. Everybody's looking at Ashanti and Nelly and saying, okay, this looks doable. This looks attainable rather. I think we should get with this program right here, right? Let me first congratulate you. Let me congratulate you on your two beautiful daughters. Let me congratulate your daughter's dad on being able to do what he needs to do. You guys being able to split amicably and kind of make the situation work the way you needed to. So I can respect that. This is what I will say, right? We cannot help who we love. That's the long and the short of it. We cannot help who we love. We could say whatever we want, feel however we want, pop all this junk, make all these excuses, but when the heart wants something or someone, the heart wants that something or that someone, right? I just think that this is a situation that if he is who your heart wants, you need to be really, really super duper clear before opening this can of worms. Because if you open up this can of worms and they happen to be rotten and of no use, it is going to disrupt everything else you have going on in every other area that you have it going on. And I say that because one is that you guys have moved on from one another and started new relationships. Him with his son's mother and you with your other daughter's father, right? So according to these people, and not necessarily his son's mother, because according to your daughter, they're over, but according to your second daughter's dad, you guys are together, you love each other, and you're over that last situation. Or are you? right? And I'm not saying, or are you, for you, I'm saying it according to your second baby father. Do you think that he has any inclination that it might be something going on with you and your first baby father? Because most often people know. People know if their people have feelings for somebody from their past or somebody new. Most often we know, right? So let me ask that, right? But in any event, whether he knows or not, he's still under the impression, according to your letter, that y'all good. Y'all rocking. It's all sweet. So this is going to be a doozy having to share with him now. I'm with you, right? Right? And that's real nice and everything, but I kind of have feelings for someone else. Now, I have a question because once again, you guys know all Dear Deidre letters is a preliminary to an Operation Heal 100 Heart session, right? The plan and the goal is for you to come and get your Operation Heal 100 Heart session after you hear some of the feedback from your Dear Deidre letter. Shout out to my Dear Deidre letter writers who have proceeded with Operation Heal 100 Heart sessions. I really appreciate you guys. Operation Heal 100 Hearts will be celebrating 10 years on Monday. Woo woo, July 1st. Anywho, if we were sitting down and I was having a conversation with you, I would have to ask you about your feelings regarding your first baby father, if they ever really went away. Because I think that he did a lot of things that stated that you did not need to be with him if we're just looking at everything in black and white. But sometimes, no matter how a person treats you, and no matter how wrong you know it may be, that doesn't always kill what you feel for that person. What ends up happening is we build up enough strength to say, well, I won't be with that person anymore, right? Because I'm being mistreated. And that's a beautiful thing. But it's one thing to say, I can't be with you because I'm being mistreated. It's another thing to say that I'm not with you because I'm being mistreated, but I still have feelings for you and I still love you. And from the sounds of your letter, it sounds like you do still have feelings for him and you did still love him. You just moved on because some of his actions were becoming unbearable for you, which is understandable. But then my next question would be to you, why did you then go off and have another baby and get entangled in another emotional situation knowing that you weren't completely done with the one that you just left, right? And I say that only because now we're here dealing with, you now have another child with another man. You know what I'm saying? Not only is that going to become complicated for you and the other man, but it's going to become complicated it's going to become complicated between you, your baby father number one, and baby father number two, because now baby father number two is going to look at it like baby father number three is coming back stepping on his motherfucking toes when he thought he was completely out the picture. And I don't really see him taking kindly to somebody returning, if that's even going to happen. We're just speaking hypothetically, right? So like I said, I would have to ask you, why would you go get in something so serious? You know, make another baby, get into a serious relationship, knowing that emotionally you were not detached from your last situation. You just physically removed yourself because you were not being treated properly. But really and truly, you're not really over it emotionally. So why go and get into something else? You know, and I would be asking that in Operation Heal 100 Heart sessions, and I've asked it many times in the past. I've even asked it to self, because it makes no sense to do it knowing that you can't fully be invested. That would be my next question. Were you fully invested in your new situation? Or were you just skating and, you know, coasting and letting the time pass because you couldn't be in your old situation? And I think that you're going to be dealing with a multitude of drama when it comes to trying to have the conversation with baby daddy number two about wanting to exit that space and explore something with baby daddy number one. But pump the brakes. Before we even get into any of that, my dear, we need to find out what baby daddy number one want to do. because you didn't go into detail about how this kiss came about. You didn't say that, oh, he came and sat next to me at the dinner and we got so close and then we were like, what is going on between you and baby daddy number one? Right? Has it always still been some flirting going on? Was that the first time he kissed you in the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years? Like, what was going on in that situation that made you look at it like, oh, okay, like, I after this kiss, I just want to leave everything behind and start all over with you. So I wonder, not only did you have your own feelings for him, but was he also showing you that he had feelings for you as well while he was in his other situation and since you guys have been apart? Right? And if he was, my next question would have been, why back then didn't you ask to explore that? But I could understand why you didn't, because, hey, look, he's over here with baby mama number 2, and I'm over here with baby daddy number 2. What the hell are we asking those questions amongst each other for? But you're asking them because you both still have those feelings, clearly. Clearly. Right? My only question that I would have to ask, and I wonder is this true, and you guys drop down in the comment section if you've ever had a situation similar, and let me know what you guys think, is the question that I have is, so did your feelings for your first baby's father ever really go away? Because I watched some people, I've watched even on TV, people say, no, I was done with him. I was. But then all of that stuff came back when 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 happened, right? So I wonder, were you really done and it was completely finished and you didn't have him to think about, and then with the kiss, everything resurfaced, or was it that it never left? I love this man. I will always love this man. The reason why I'm going to tell you I think it never left, because you led off with the letter saying how many ever years ago you met the love of your life. What you said about baby daddy number 2 was, y'all co-parent well, you got love for the nigga, and he cool. That sounds very different from, I met the love of my life how many ever years ago. I think that he's still the love of your life. I think that he is very much still the love of your life. I think he was the love of your life when he made a baby with the second baby mama. I think he was the love of your life when you made a baby with the second baby father. I think he was the love of your life when y'all broke up. I think he was the love of your life when y'all was together. And I think he's the love of your life right now. And I think that you feel, excuse me. I think that you feel a little bit more confident in exploring that road because he has now also showed you that he may still have some feelings for you. Let me tell you what we're going to start off doing. You have to sit baby daddy number 1 down and figure this thing out. Because once again, you don't want to go blowing up your whole life if this situation is not genuine. It was just all for the moment, right? So I think you should sit him down and be like, listen, we need to talk. What was that? What was that? Why did you kiss me? What does that mean? What do you feel? Is it genuine? And what was that? Because once he shares what that was, you can kind of get an idea of what you guys need to do moving forward. And again, it doesn't mean you just automatically dump this one or hop right in the bed with this one. No, you guys may want to take some time to date one another. You guys get to decide what that looks like for y'all. Nobody else can make that decision for you. But you need to have clarity on what he feels, and you need to believe it in your heart that he's telling you the truth. And he needs to be telling you the truth. Because once again, it could blow up your entire world having this person lead you on and it goes nowhere. Right? So I think you need to sit down with baby daddy number 1 and say, we got to talk. We got to talk. And what I will say is you could also start with what you feel first, just to kind of open the floodgates. I just want to let you know, this is how I feel about that situation. Right? And he has the right to say, I don't feel the same. It was all caught up in the moment, but I do love and respect you as my daughter mother. Or I feel the same. I want to explore this. Let's see where it could go. Either way, at least he'll know how you feel. And then he has to be very, very honest and genuine about what he feels. On top of him having to say what he feels and mean it, he has to also show it. Because that's another thing. People say a lot of things. If you lead with how you feel, he may kind of feel like he has to tell you, oh, he feels the same. Because look at all you're expressing to him. No, he doesn't. But he may just feel that way. And he may just tell you whatever you want to hear to get you to feel better. And it's like, no. You have to pay attention to his actions. And he needs to stand on motherfucking business if he wants you to spin the block. This is not spinning the block again to deal with the same lies and the same cheating and the same disrespect that you had to deal with the last time. If you're going to go back and spin the block, he needs to be clear on what needs to be done, and he also needs to show you. Because anytime that somebody feels something, it will show up in their actions if it's a genuine feeling to who they are. Let me say that again. When somebody says something and they mean it and they genuinely feel it, it will show up in their actions. But if they are full of shit, you will know. Trust and believe, you will know. It will be no way for them to hide it, because everything that they said will not be in alignment with everything that they do. So that lets you know you're full of shit. And the one thing that will really hinder your relationship is, and that's even as friends, is to know that I allowed you to come back here for you to put me through the same bullshit again. That's how we get movies called acrimony. Because women get tired of being put through the same thing with the same person. But we have to also hold ourselves accountable as women and say, I'm not allowing you to do that to me again. So if his actions don't align and his behaviors don't align with the things that he's telling you, whatever it is that he's saying, then you need to get away from him far, far away romantically. Again, you guys can co-parent. You said you've been co-parenting well these last couple of years. But don't entangle your emotions in a man that's not going to keep his word and stand on business. Okay? That's number one. Number two, I don't know where to tell you to go or advise you to go or give you my opinion on where to go about baby father number two, because I'm really not clear on what's taking place there. You know, what it sounds like is that y'all cool, so y'all chilling. Some people like those type of relationships, right? Some people like, I ain't got no drama with so-and-so. We could crack jokes together. I enjoy their company, so I'm good. Right? If that's the type of person you are, then yes, it sounds like you can be with baby daddy number two. Because it doesn't seem like that's that you require any more than that, right? But what you said about baby daddy number one and him being the love of your life, I can speak personally to that, because I was not settling for a half-ass romance relationship. But that's just me. I needed the whirlwind, knock you off your feet. I can't breathe without you. I feel so connected to you. I want to live in your skin. I needed that type of love in order for me to commit. Right? As we get older, I see people say, listen, I don't need all that. I just need somebody cool that's going to keep up their end of the bills and I can laugh and joke with. Okay, if that's all you require and it seems like that's what baby daddy is bringing to the table number two, then if it's not going to work out with baby daddy number one, then you can chill with baby daddy number two. But if you need that knock you off of your feet, love of the life, romance that you kind of described about baby daddy number one, and there's an opportunity for you to have that, then either way, I think that you should spare baby daddy number two's feelings and get yourself up out of that. You know why? Because let's just say you don't even want baby daddy number one, right? Let's just say you leave that alone and you stick it out with baby daddy number two. If somebody else comes along and they give you that feeling of a whirlwind romance, you're going to leave baby daddy number two anyway, because that's really what you want, right? So if baby daddy number two cannot give you what you want, even if you're not going to be with baby daddy number one, you cannot stick around for mediocre love if that's not what you require. But if mediocre, and I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, I'm just saying it in a sense that it's not, that sweep you off your feet, have you spun up in, not everybody requires that. And as we get older, I see not many people require it. Me, that's what I require. Right? And I would think that you didn't need that, but the only reason why I think you do is because A, the way you described your first baby father, and B, the fact that you're still considering going back to him, is because he gave you what you needed. I think this other person is giving you what you can deal with. Is that what you want for the rest of your life? And that's what an Operation In Her Wondrous Heart session would look like with you and I. Is what you're getting from baby father number two enough to carry you through the rest of your life romantically and emotionally? If the answer is yes, my dear, don't fumble the bag. Stick around and do what you got to do. But if you're looking for that whirlwind romance with the love of your life, it's either you're going to explore what you have with baby daddy number one, if he's willing, or you're going to separate yourself from this situation and wait on the love of your life. But just hanging on to something that you truly, truly don't want, it does nothing for you and it does nothing for that person, because eventually it will all blow up. But if that's all well, fine, and dandy, do not fumble that bag and blow up that relationship for something that you are not sure of. Which is why I said, please, please do yourself the courtesy and go and have that conversation with your first daughter's father. Because you do not want to throw away what you have with your second baby father, because it sounds like they could be cool. It sounds like it could be cool. I'm sorry. It sounds like it's something that you can actually deal with. So you don't want to go and fumble that bag and toss that person to the side, knowing that what that person is offering is something that you do actually want and can deal with for the rest of your life. But if it's what you're settling for now, that's not going to work for you or him. And you need to separate and wait for what you actually do want, or go back to what you actually do want. But the whole basis of this, dear Deidre, and what I would be asking you to do is to figure out, what do you want? What do you want? You don't know how many women I sit in Operation Heal 100 Heart sessions with, and they actually don't know what they want. They don't even know who they are to figure out what they want. Which is why I would love for you to come for a one-on-one session, because I think before we can even figure out what you want, let's figure out who you are, right? So I'll give you guys an example just to show you what it looks like. I am a person who is very emotional, right? I can be extremely emotional, right? And because of that, I know I require a romance that is top of the line, in my opinion, right? That means it comes with a lot of support. That means it comes with a lot of compassion. That means it's dealt with white gloves very delicately. It comes with a lot of protection. It comes with a lot of loyalty, because when I don't receive these things, I have an influx of emotions that come on, and they're not good. And for me, I need my emotions to be good. So because of that, I was only willing to romantically entangle myself seriously with a person that I knew could provide those things for me. I cannot and I will not deal with a mediocre love, because that doesn't work for me. I don't want the man that comes home to pay half of their bills and come home every night and buys me Christmas presents and jewelry and, says nice things about me. That's too small for me. That's too small for me. I need a romantic man. I need an affectionate man. I need a compassionate man. I need a loyal man. I need a protective man, right? And that is a lot for some men. Some men do just want to come home, pay their half of the bills, every now and again buy you something special and talk nice about you. They just want to chill. I get it. I've dated 3 men prior to my current relationship that they just wanted to chill. Chill wasn't enough for me, right? I need that over the top fucking Titanic love. Whereas somebody else just wants to chill. That's okay for those somebody else's. For me, it wasn't okay. It will never be. But that's just me. And it's only me because of who I am, right? So once again, my dear, I think you need to come for your Operation Heal 100 Heart session, because I think we need to talk about not only what you want, but who you are. Because I can't imagine that you're that old, and it sounds like for most of your life you've been entangled in romantic relationships. And sometimes you lose your identity in those situations. Maybe you forgot who you are. Maybe you don't know who you are outside of these romantic relationships, outside of being a mom. So these are all of some of the things that we would need to explore in your Operation Heal 100 Heart session, because I want you to walk away feeling like this is the woman that I am, this is what I require, and then you can make a solid decision about these men that you want to romantically entangle yourself with, or not. Or not, because once you figure out who you are and what you want, you may not want even one of them brothers. And that's no shade to them. They just may not do it for you, But you will only know that once you figure out who you are and what you want. And at the end of the day, you don't find that in your children. You don't find that in your spouse. You don't find that at a job. You find that within self, right? And you need to be prepared to discover that in order for you to move forward. So, all right, my dear. I love this, dear Deidre. I love this, dear Deidre. I love the vulnerability of saying, like, listen, I'm not a perfect woman and I don't always get it right. And right now I feel like I'm fucking up. So do you have any help or support that you can give me? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And that is the goal of Operation Heal 100 Hearts, is to continue to lend that support to people who sometimes can feel like they're in a weird space and need some direction. That's what we're here for. So in any event, thank you so much for your Dear Deidre letter. I really, really appreciate it. All my new subbies, hey! All my old ones, continue to stick around. I am 151 subscribers away from 1,000, and I believe that all of my subscribers that I have here can get me where I need to be by sharing my content with other folks. So please feel free to do so. Drop down in the comment section. I always let you guys know. Everything that you leave down in the comment section is up for discussion. As long as it's not disrespectful, I do not debate and I do not delete. As I said, please hit the thumbs up on this video and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys and enjoy your day.